Hello everyone, this is Margot from Celestory, and today we will see how to set up numerical condition. That is to say variables which have values such as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It can be score that you can change and even verifies along your experience to personalize it. So we will start here with a pre-existing example that you can find right here named numeric condition. And this project has been pre-edited for the purpose of the tutorial. And as for the other tutorial, you can find this project here from the example of Celestory. So we just have to click on it to access it. And so as you can see, as soon as we enter it, the user will be faced with a choice either to choose a red pill or a blue pill, like in the example matrix. So if the user chooses the red pill, you can see that his charisma score will be added by 2 points. And if he takes the blue pills, no point will be added. So to do so, we use an increment block, as you can see right here in blue. So to create a block, I can remind you very quickly here that you just have to click wherever on the canvas, right click, and then you can add a block. So there's 2 types of block here that we'll focus on, increment or decrement block, and those blocks, when connected to a variable, allow you to raise or decrease the value of the variable. So to do so, we have first to create a variable. It is here pre-existing. So to create a variable, you go to the main menu and then in variables. So as you can see, we already have a variable. So you when creating your variable, just have to add variable, and then you can choose within the different types of variables. So here it's a number variable, and ours is charisma, and you will need to set an initial value for your variable, that is to say the base value of your variable. So we've chosen here a value of 5, but you can choose whichever number that you want. And then when your path will go through the increment or decrement block, you will be allowed to improve or decrease this value. So here, for example, when taking the red pill, we go through an increment block, which adds 2 to our initial variable, but we could also have chosen to go through a decrement block and therefore decrease the value of our variable. So as you can see, there will be 2 different paths, whether you've chosen the red or the blue pill. And you can then rebranch the 2 paths later in the experiment by using a similar block, which is here, the condition block, which is pink. And it will be able to reconnect the 2 paths. The condition will necessarily be verified or not. And to express a condition which is based mainly around a numerical variable, you will need an expression block. So to create the expression block linked to the condition block is very simple. You just click on the small dot next to condition and drag it along, release it wherever on the canvas, and then choose the expression block. So as you can see, we have the expression block already created right there. And the expression block will allow you to write in a formula. So there's numbers of different formulas that you can use. And for instance, here we've chosen X, but it could be A, B, C, etc. Superior or equal to 7. It can be, of course, inferior or equal. It can be equivalent to, so you just have to put 2 equals sign to have equivalent to. And the block will recognize the X from the expression, and then rest to define the variable from which the value will replace the X in the formula when the paths go through the expression block. So that is to say, we need to define which variable will be defined and need to be compared to the result. So to do so, you just have to click on the X here once again and drag it along, release, and select your variable. So here we only have one variable, which is the charisma variable number. And so if it is superior, the condition will be true. So if our charisma score is superior to 7, our condition will be true. And if our charisma score is inferior to 7, our condition will be false. So we can verify it by playing the current module and by choosing either the red or the blue pill. So for example, we start by choosing the red pill. And as you can see, as our charisma score was initially of 5 and we've chosen the red pill, so we've added 2, our charisma score is at least 7 and the condition is met. And if we had chosen the blue pill, as I'm going to show you right now, the condition won't be met because we did not reach the 7 points that were needed. And basically that's it. You can now define the variable however the way you want, experiment with it, make different type of formula, make it impact several elements, etc. So for example, you can create different possibilities around just one formulation point. It's really up to you to experience and work with it. Basically, anything that you want to measure, you can measure with using these kind of variables. So I hope this tutorial was useful, and we'll see you in a very next tutorial. Bye!